In 2006, a young couple decided to document the paranormal phenomena in their home on camera. They ended up capturing more on tape than they bargained for. This is that footage. Every now and then, a genre movie goes viral. A movie that seems to come out of nowhere and is suddenly everywhere. It happened with the Blair Witch Project in 1999, and 10 years later it happened again with Paranormal Activity, a movie that owes quite a bit to the Blair Witch Project. Now, found footage is a subgenre that typically draws the ire of most horror fans. As is the case with most subgenres, for every one good movie, there's a dozen bad ones. But in the wake of the Blair Witch Project, we were inundated with a cavalcade of low-rent, nauseating knockoffs from people who thought the key ingredient to found footage success was shaky actors, a shaky story, and an extremely shaky camera. However, when found footage is done well and you're able to buy into the illusion that what you're watching is, for lack of a better word, real, it can be an effective gimmick. I remember the hype surrounding Paranormal Activity and the whole Demand It campaign with night vision footage of audience members frozen in suspense before screaming and jumping out of their seats with fright. It worked. The movie was a runaway success, spawning a rapid succession of sequels, prequels, and spin-offs. I recall coworkers talking about the movie at the time and how scary it was. I was pretty incredulous though. These were normies after all. What do they know about horror? I didn't see Paranormal Activity until it hit DVD, and I was pretty impressed. Taking a page from the Blair Witch's book, director Oren Peli provided his cast with scene-specific guidelines instead of a script and let them improvise the rest. I've talked in the past about how the veneer of realism in a found footage movie is instantly shattered for me whenever I see an actor acting like they're not acting. Providing a performer with an outline and the opportunity to improvise can give the proceedings an air of authenticity, and because of this, Katie Featherston and Mika Sloat's relationship in the film feels natural. They have chemistry, and I can totally buy that they're a couple. We discover that this isn't the first time that Katie has experienced paranormal phenomena. It actually started when she was a little girl, and has seemingly followed her wherever she's gone, periodically flaring up. Like a hemorrhoid. Mika treats the spooky goings-on like a joke at first. He's both fascinated and amused by the phenomena, but doesn't really take it seriously. Even when it becomes clear that the entity ain't playing, he kinda still is. Yeah, antagonizing a demon, 0 out of 10, wouldn't recommend. Predictably, the horror elements begin with simple bumps in the night, but eventually, it turns physical. There's a cool sequence in which Mika spreads baby powder on the floor leading into their bedroom, proving that even though you may not be able to see a demon, they'll still leave footprints in baby powder. The movie also proves that demons are sentimental, dedicated, and like the unemployed, function mostly at night. The movie relies heavily on jump scares, but it does manage to create significant tension and moments of suspense that make most of them pretty effective. Peli is also able to develop a palpable sense of hopelessness for Katie and Mika toward the end, making the final night they documented a fairly tense one. Paranormal Activity didn't reinvent the found footage wheel, and it doesn't do anything that we haven't seen done in countless other found footage movies. But what it does do well, while maintaining a measure of realism, more so than most. If you haven't seen Paranormal Activity, I recommend it, but you may want to bring some of this with you. As for this Blu-ray release from Second Sight Films, the back of the release doesn't note any kind of new restoration or transfer, but I thought the overall picture quality and sound quality were both great. I'd give the picture quality and sound quality a solid 4 out of 5 on this release. Let's take a look at the limited edition packaging. This release comes inside a rigid slipcase featuring cool new artwork by James Neal. As you can see, mine took a bit of a bump on its way here from across the pond. Had the slipcase not been so tough, the damage would have been much, much worse. The slip on the back of the release features the plot synopsis and the list of extras and limited edition contents. When you remove the slip, this is the image on the back of the slipcase. This release is Region B locked, so you will need a Region B or a region-free Blu-ray player in order to play it. Here is the Blu-ray case, and here is the Blu-ray disc. We get a softcover book with essays by Sarah Appleton, Anton Battelle, Shelley McMurdo, and Pete Turner. and we get 6 collector's art cards. As far as extras are concerned, first up we have Breaking Normal, an interview with director Oren Peli. It's 39 minutes and 7 seconds in length. Mr. Peli discusses being scared away from the horror genre after seeing The Exorcist at an early age. He discusses the genesis of Paranormal Activity, experiencing strange phenomena on his own after moving into a new home with his wife. He discusses prepping the film, casting, how they pulled off the dragging Katie out of bed gag, learning sound design, editing, and shooting the film while he worked a day job. He discusses the film screening at Screamfest, studios rejecting the film, DreamWorks coming on board, getting Spielberg's approval, the film's long road to its release, the sequels, and much more. Next, we have The Marked One, an interview with Katie Featherston. It's 29 minutes and 47 seconds in length. Ms. Featherston discusses auditioning for Oren Peli, how unorthodox the auditioning process was, the chemistry she had with her co-star Mika Sloat, working with Oren Peli, and how committed and collaborative he was for seeing the film with a crowd, the film's runaway success, how proud she is of the film today, and much more. Next, we have The Man Behind the Camera, an interview with Mika Sloat. It's 24 minutes and 58 seconds in length. Mr. Sloat discusses why he decided to move to LA to pursue acting and music. He discusses the auditioning process, his love of improv, the long hours, the festival circuit, the DreamWorks deal, how grateful he is for it all, and more. And can somebody tell Mr. Sloat that Steven Spielberg did not direct Poltergeist? It was Tobe Hooper. Get it right. Next, we have The Possessed, an interview with Ashley Palmer. It's 16 minutes in length. Ms. Palmer discusses auditioning for Oren Peli, not getting the Katie role, but later getting cast as Diane. She discusses shooting the exorcism scene, working with Oren Peli, the energy at the festival screenings, being heartbroken when most of her character was cut out of the film's success, and more. We get the alternate ending and the festival cut ending, a deleted scene, trailers and TV spots, and 2 audio commentaries, one with Oren Peli and one with Mary Beth Andrews and Terry Mesnard. This is a fantastic release for Paranormal Activity from the fine folks over at Second Sight Films. Both the picture quality and the sound quality were fantastic. We get lots of extras, and it all comes in this awesome limited edition bundle. If you're a fan of Paranormal Activity, then this release is an absolute must. Again, this is a Region B locked release, so you will need a Region B or a Region Free player in order to play it. I'll post a link to Second Sight Films' website down in the description. Go over and check them out. Let me know your thoughts on Paranormal Activity down in the comments section below. Let me know your thoughts on the entire Paranormal Activity series and which Paranormal Activity film is your favorite down in the comment section below also. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Freaking guy thinks Steven Spielberg directed Poltergeist. Give me a break. A huge shout out to all my patrons and channel members. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and join me for exclusive live streams, get early access to videos, and have a say in what movies I review on my channel. Become a channel member and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream. Links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.